Well, good evening and welcome to this edition of Sell Your Own Product on Amazon for Income and Lifestyle. This- Tonight we're going to have a special hangout tonight. Tonight we're going to talk about using global sources for your China sourcing information and China sourcing products too. A lot of different things. Got a lot of different couple announcements from Amazon we want to talk about and all that. So just bear with us, and like usual, I've got a PowerPoint presentation, and I know a lot of you have probably talked about global sources. I talk about it quite a little bit because I think it's imperative if you're going to be selling on Amazon, you're going to be selling private label, especially if you're sourcing from China or the Orient, any place, India, any of those places in there. You kind of need not you don't have to have an account at Global Source. You just go sign up. And the reason I say that is because Global Sources is a, a wealth of information. And I guess I'll go on over to the PowerPoint and we'll start talking about it. Like I say, I've got a bunch of stuff to go over tonight, and I'm just glad you're here. Welcome here, and welcome to this Thursday night hangout. It's we do it every Thursday night. There's a what am I going to say? There is a thing about the course, more information on the course on the other side of your screen over here, which you're welcome to look at. We got a good deal. While I think about it, I'm not being prejudiced, but talk about last week, we did a heck of a hangout. And unfortunately, and I should have known better, it wasn't my brightest thing, but we did that hangout last week, being it was a Labor Day weekend. It was just the cusp of start on the Labor Day weekend, and because of that, there weren't a lot of people that it was on the hangout last week. We understand that, and I understand that. So, but I just want to remind you about it because it was really important, because we're heading into Q4, and that's what we talked about last night. That road to Q4. We're only 90 days, something like that. Actually, it's less than 90 days now. And if you're gonna do private label, now's the time to get in it. Don't wait any longer. Now's the time, because we want to get you in and get you in there for Q4. If you don't, you're going to have to wait another whole year to go through the cycle. Q4 will amount to probably about a third to a half of your business if you do it right. And that's just a fact of life. I'm not trying to put any pressure on you, but I'm saying if you want to take advantage of the Q4, if you want to get your products in there to Amazon, now's the time to enroll in the course and get going, so we can help you and get going. We do have some new people to join the course this week, and because of that, I just want to say hi, guys, and I'm glad you're here. We're excited because doing a lot of things, but so let's get back and we'll talk about this global sources tonight. That was enough. My promotion and everything, like I say, everything is over to the side. So I'm going to go over to the PowerPoint like I usually do. I always make a PowerPoint, and then afterwards we'll come back here, and I've got some. We're going to go over global sources too, the website, because I really want to point some stuff out there too. And this is not something I make any money on. Not an affiliate of Global Sources. I don't think they have such a thing, as far as I know, or anything like that. It's just I think this website is outstanding. I'm not trying to do anything against anybody else or anything else. They just do a heck of a job of information, and that's what I want to show you over here. So I'm going to go over here, and we're going to go to my PowerPoint, and we're going to share it right here. And there we are, using global sources for your China sourcing information. They're a fantastic company, and you notice that thing on there, and Global Sources, and I don't know where that T came from. I apologize. I guess I was in a hurry when I made it or didn't notice it, but anyway, that doesn't affect it. It's using global sources for your China sourcing information, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So why use global sources? And this is kind of going to be a different type of hangout. We're going to go back and forth. Like I say, I've given you all these, giving you some links now, and all that, but we're going to go over to that website after I get done with the PowerPoint right here, and I want to port some stuff out because I think it's that important. And so why use global sources? I think because the information is priceless. I probably learn more on Global Sources website than any other place. They've got some fantastic stuff. If you're sourcing from China, any place in the Orient or the East like that, for guys' sakes, you need to just go over there and just open an. You know how to say it's not an account. I keep saying that, and I apologize. It's not. All you have to do is give them your email. They'll send you stuff, and take advantage of it, because there's a wealth of knowledge coming out. And these are not real rinky-dink articles. We're talking about articles written by people that that's all they do in their life is sourced from China, and they tell you about some of the hindrances, some of the things to do, some of the things not to do, and all that. So so this is and this is the place we're going. We're going to go over there in just a little bit. So hang with me, but if you want to, you can hit that and then put it in another screen or something like that. Keep it on the side, because we're going to go over there in a minute. But and this right here, this the office holidays countries China. The reason I put that in there, and I didn't have any place, maybe I should have done it before, afterwards, I don't know. What can I tell you? I just wanted to point it out and tell it to you, and I wish, if nothing else, you just click that and then later on print it out and put it beside your desk, because if you're sourcing from China, it's something you need. Because I've got caught in this, and I've talked about another show. I'm not going to go through it all today, but I've got caught, and I missed the start of Q4 a couple years ago, you know, because I caught in one of those holidays, and in China, sometimes those holidays last better than a week. So you need to know it, because just to make a long story short, I was waiting on this. I was late getting the order in. It was my fault. I have nothing to do with that. And I asked them to hurry. They did hurry it. But then right as a thing, I got an email from the agent there and said, yeah, Terry, your order's ready, but we're going on holiday tomorrow. So your order won't be, you can't get your order, we can't ship your order for another week and a half. And I thought, oh man, why? And then I found out that when a lot of times their holidays go for a week or better. So just bear that in mind, and that's the reason I put that link in there to tell you about that. It's something that if you're sourcing from China, I don't care where this Alibaba or who it is or anything, it doesn't make any difference. You need to be cognizant. You need to be aware of what the holidays are, because they make a big difference. Like I say, when they go on a holiday, sometimes they go on a week. Then it takes them a few days to get things going. They come back, and so you can be a week and a half, 2 weeks late just because of a holiday over there. So bear that in mind, and we're going to go over. So those two. So there we go. My thing is really temperamental tonight for some reason. So why use global sources? Well, for one thing, because they have 5 sites for one thing, and these are the main sites for global sources. They got fashion, accessories, and footwear. Now I know some of that is gated, but that's okay. If you're interested in that, it's a great site. Fashion, apparel, and fabrics, another site. Gifts and premiums, that's one of my favorite. And hardware and home products. Those are all not just categories they got. Those are individual sites they got on those type of products, and they've got, and the categories in those particular sites are astronomical. So you can really get down, bear down, and find some great gifts and, or not gifts, but great products to sell on Amazon if you want, but or to source if you're looking for something. So you can source on there and put it. So that's one of the reasons I say why use global sources. To me, they're fantastic. So and another reason is to sign up for the trade shows. I don't know if you know it or not, but Global Sources is the world's largest trade show operator. They work the China Sourcing Fair, the Home Goods Fair, and over here in Miami and all that. So let me tell you about something. You don't have to go to the show to be eligible for the show specials. So sign up for the shows. Find those shows that you want, find out, and then they will start to contact you, the sales reps in that, and listen to them and show you what they've got. You know, the show time, for I don't care what industry, what niche you're in, the show time for that niche or that industry is the time. If you're going to make some good deals, that's the time to make the deals, because they'll be clearing out old inventory. They're bringing in new. They want to get the new inventory out and be shown, so they're giving you deals on that. Those are the times, the trade shows are the times to show up. And when you sign up for those trade shows, you're going to start to get questionnaires from the, not questionnaires, but you're going to start to get advertisements and that from the different vendors in that. And so the ones you're interested in, talk to them and ask them what the show deals are, and they'll be glad to tell you, really glad to tell you, because they want to sell product. That's what they're there for. They're not they're just to meet you and greet you and everything else. They're there to sell you product, and they want to. And like I say, that's when you're going to have the best time, best buys of the year are going to be at the show time. And the newest trends are showcased at the show. So if you want to know what's happening, what's going on, man, you look down the aisles and you're going to see how many vendors have got what's the newest thing, whether it's a takeoff on the iPhone 6 or whatever it is. Whatever it is, it's the newest trends are showcased at the show. And then let me tell you this: if you want to go, if you can go and you can swing the trip, my gosh, the China sourcing fair and everything is right next to the airport, so you can go fly in and Hong Kong and go to the expo, and you don't even have to leave a couple square mile thing if you don't want to. If you want to go see some of the country and everything like that, go right ahead. But I'm just telling you, if you're in a hurry, you're short of funds and everything like that, you can just fly right into the airport, go to the show, and you can fly right out the next day if you want. So because usually the shows are held right next to the airport. What more can I tell you? Sign up for the trade shows. It's the one of the best, not investments that doesn't cost you anything, that you can do. All right, and like I say, this is kind of a different hangout tonight, and so some of this stuff might not doesn't fit right along. So this common China negotiating mistakes. The reason I put this in, because I got this from global sources quite a few months ago, and I'll be honest with you, I don't remember where the link was. Well, I know this link here where you got it through China sources, so I didn't. This is it's a WordPress document. You can download it. It's maybe 30 some pages, something like that. I don't remember anymore. It doesn't make any difference. But believe me, if you're sourcing from China and you're negotiating and you're trying to get the best price possible, you need to read this. There's a short version in there where it can go through and give you one or two quick synopsis of what the point is. But believe me, you need to sit down, and this is quality information. I can't tell you, this particular thing here was written by a guy, I think it's got 39, 40 years in dealing with China. And he explains all of them. One of the things he'll point out in there, too, I don't know, the Chinese mindset or something like that. When when we finally get the price we want and we shake hands or whatever you want to call it, man, to somebody over in China, that's when the contest is just really starting. And like we think it's the end in that, and it's not. And so you have to learn. It's just like anything else. If you're gonna make ice cream, then you've got to think like a person that makes ice cream. If you're going to negotiate deals with China, sourcing deals and everything like that, you've got to think like them. You've got to understand how they think. I mean, you don't have to think like them, but you have to understand how they think and what they value and what they don't. And it's a lot different from what we do. So I can't tell you, this came from global sources, but that's the link right there. If you get it, for Guy's sakes, I just tell you right now, just to go over there and download that PDF, and some night when you've got a chance or when you've got time, like I say, it's about 35 pages, put it down and read it. We're going to go on to the next slide, which says a little bit more. So be picky. What I'm trying to tell you is you need to get and learn. You can read the information that interests you. When you get over on global sources, you don't have to read everything. That's not what I'm saying by any means. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the thing that read the information that interests you, learn your niche. So set aside a time each day to read, explore, know your niche. How do I explain this? I was on one of the forums today, another friend of mine who's a coach or something like that, and he had a new person on there or something like that, and I quote exactly, but it was something like that. They were complaining that they'd went to Walmart yesterday. They were doing retail arbitrage, by the way, but they went to Walmart yesterday and they were there for 5 hours, scanned, and they only found 2 things that they could send into Amazon. Folks, let me tell you, that is a bunch of nonsense. I'll tell you what, I can go to Walmart. I said, did I say Amazon? They went to Walmart's where they went, and she only found two things. And I guarantee you what she was doing is she was running around the store with her little scanner, and she'd see something she liked, and so she scanned that instead of staying right there and scanning everything. So what where I'm going with this here is I've tried to explain, and you need to know your niche, and so I wrote back to her and I said, you know, uh, oh, and she was doing groceries is what she was doing. So, and my advice to her was, if you're going to do groceries, for Amazon or something like that, then whether you go to Walmart, you go to Publix, you go to Winn-Dixie, I don't care. Uh, any of the grocery stores or something like that, you pick one aisle in those stores, and you don't leave that aisle until you know that leave that aisle until you know those products backwards and forwards. Know what the rotation cycle, because believe me, whether it's Keebler cookies or anything else, they've got a cycle to their sales, when you can buy and when you shouldn't buy. You need to know that. You need to know that backwards and forwards so you can make informed decisions. You know what when they keep going up, of course, but you need to know what their bottom promotion is. So you take advantage of that. There's so much you need to know, and you learn that by reading. You learn that by doing, and you learn that by committing yourself to a niche. Know your niche. Become a niche expert. And that's what I mean. That's right there. See the lady, she's standing on the piece of puzzle. She's got it because she knows it. Now, she walks over to the right or to the left a few steps, and she's out in Never Never Land. But as long as she's in her niche and on that piece of puzzle, she's got it. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you. But don't be all over the garden. It's like taking a shotgun and you shoot a shot here and shoot a shot there and a shoot a shot. Folks, as far as I'm concerned, that's ludicrous. And I know there's a lot of private label coaches out there that's what they teach you to do. They teach you to go to uh, Alibaba and find something you can buy really cheap. Usually it's a garbage product, by the way, but find something that you can buy really cheap and to put your own label on that, not do anything, not make it better or anything else, and send it into Amazon. Well, what do you happen? As soon as they go, they're going to get somebody, get a pirate on the thing, because pirates can do the same thing after they do all the work. It's just nonsense to do it. You protect yourself when you know your niche and you become a niche expert and you learn how to do it. Now, I'm not going to get into any more of that. We've talked about that 2-3 weeks ago about how to protect your private label products, and believe me, it tricked out. A couple of the people in the course, they got pirates on them. What can I tell you? It happens, folks, but if you do it the right way, one call to Amazon is all it's going to take, and they're going to go. And that's all it is. So protect yourself. And I'm really getting into not uncharted territories. We talked about that. You know where it is, privatelabelselling.com. There's a list. Boy, I'm in bad shape tonight. There's a list of all the past hangouts we did. If you haven't watched them, go back and pick them up. Just go over anytime. They're 24 hours a day. You can log in there. Private Label Selling. Over on the right, there's a list of all the hangouts for this last year and all that. And we're getting about ready to put the list, the start the thing for the next year. But anyway, they're all listed right there, and go through them, the ones you haven't heard, because they're important, especially the one on the one about a pirate. Because you're going to run into that. I don't care how good you are or whatever it is, you're going to have somebody's going to try it. But if you do things the right way, it doesn't take long to get rid of them. You get rid of them. It's like that lady standing right there on that piece of puzzle. That's your niche. Protect that territory. Know everything you know about that niche, and do your due diligence, preparing your products and all that, and you're not going to have any trouble. So so where we got, so that's it on that. Now I'm going to go, where are we going to go here? We are going to go stop sharing here a minute. And then we're going to go back over here. Let's see my gorgeous face there for a few minutes. And then we're going to go back and now I'm going to go over to, no, I'm going to go over to, let me find it. I've got to find it here. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's this one. You know, it's a snipping tool. That's what I did. I tried to make a picture there and it didn't come out very good, so I'm not going to use it. Let's go over like this one and share. Yes, okay. Here we are. Hope you can all see that. This is over at Global Sources. Remember that second page I gave you the link there for it? This is it right here. It's this is the September issue 5, September 6th. That's the date of it. That's this month's issue. Some of the stuff I want to point out because I really think this is important, folks. There is the information in this thing is valuable. Like I say, some of the stuff might not thing, but right here, what I tell you, One Stop Fashion, register now, October 27th through Thursday, Asia World Expert, next to the Hong Kong airport. Like I say, they always, pretty much always, your things are next to the Hong Kong airport. But folks, this is where it's at. For fashions, apparel, fabrics, and everything, if you've got an itch and if you can get there, by all means do it. Whatever it takes to get there, because you're going to get the buys of your life. If you can't get there, register now. Register whether you're going to go or not, because if you're interested in that niche, because like I say, this is where you register, and this is where you're going to get exposed to some of the best deals you've ever seen in your life. And they're going to start contacting you. So that's why I say, if that's not your niche, if One Step Fashion Sourcing is the fashion thing is not, here's the 5 that I told you they had. So you've got fashion, accessory, and footwear. You know, those are gated categories, but there's probably a lot of people doing. There's nothing wrong with those categories. It's fairly simple if you use somebody to get ungated. If you use somebody like me that doesn't understand flat files too well, why you're going to have a problem. But there's, like I say, there's, and we in the course we give you the links to them. There are people that go out there and they'll get you in a couple of days. They'll get you set up in fashions and footwear and all that. Fashion, apparel, and fabric, gifts and premiums. What can I tell you, folks? This is where it's at. This is where you're going to see it. Everything, the hardware. A lot of men might like that, or a lot of women too, as far as that goes. I'm not being prejudiced. You might you find there what you want. You know, home products. What I'm saying, these are they have 5 sites to choose from. These are not categories, folks. These are whole sites devoted to these, like home products, fashion, apparel, and fabric, and whatever you need in those categories, they're going to have. And it's going to say, like I say, you're going to be able to see the top 20 products in all the top 20 trending products in each one of these. Folks, I'm going to tell you that the information in this website is fantastic. Here's most read stories. This is really neat. I think this Tanya's Health, interchangeable heels set to transform women's shoes. Now I read it. I think it's interesting. I'm not going to go out and sell women's shoes because of this interchangeable heel, but those heels, believe me, they're not cheap. I think they were like the interchangeable heel was like $50 a piece. The shoes were 400 or something like that. But anyway, I think it's neat. It's a high-end product, but go over and check it out, because I don't know if it's going to fly over here or not, but I think it's well worth to learn about it. Okay, so and all this stuff, most read stories. So let me see what here. Let's go back up here. Okay, this is the thing. Like I say, this is, you get this once a month, and if for some reason you get and you don't, shoot me an email, and I will forward you a copy of this. It's the best I can do. I say, but you should be able to go right there and sign up for yourself. But if you can't, I would be glad to forward to. I gave you the source, so you should be able to pull it up. So yeah, look at this. I want to know this. Now, if you're shipping, if you're shipping from China, and if you're sourcing from China, wouldn't you be interested to know the 5 causes of shipping delays from China? Wouldn't you? So you can avoid them. One of them is that thing that I gave you, that calendar that I told you is front there. I put that thing up there. You should print that out. If nothing else, you need to put it beside your desk or along your wall or someplace like this. I got a desk. I mean, I got a wall beside mine where I put stuff like that. So if I'm negotiating a deal to be shipped or something like that, I can find out if it falls within one of those guide times and take care of that and not worry about it, but take care of it before it hits. So it's just common sense. Uh, uh, Now, the 5 uncommon reasons for shipping delays. I've read that those are pretty much things like if a typhoon hits, if ports close, a union strike or something like that. They're most of the stuff that you can't do too much about. But I would suggest reading it over and just looking at it. So, and then the next we've got 3 production and lead time in Asia, a complete guide. Yes, timing mismanagement can curb order quality. Yes, they talk about these. These, believe me, folks, they're well-written articles. They're no thing you get from a spin or anything like that. They're well-written articles, and they're designed for one thing: to keep you informed and keep you running smoothly. Well, we've got time, and this one here, I think you really, because it explains what happened. Well, you think you've got time, but then you come into things like those holidays, which can eat up a week and a half, 2 weeks, and believe me, that's a long time. There's all kind of things that can go wrong, and so that's what that article is going to teach you about. And it's just something like that. You need to. I print out. How's how I do it? I'll be honest with you. I'm terrible at reading on the computer. I usually print things out, and then I go out to my I've got a sitting area in a patio or thing like that. I take and get me a cup of coffee or a beer or whatever I'm going to have, and I will sit out there and read the articles I've got, and how much time I've got or how much I do. And I don't try to rush. I try to take it easy because I want to learn this. I want to learn. If you want to be a guru in your niche, then you need to find out everything you can. And the shipping, and if you're sourcing from China, that's something you need to find out. So, so 5 causes shipping delays. 5 uncommon. We talked about that. Production time, and it's a clean that. And then we got down here. Let me see. What else have we got? Oh, well, we've got time. That's the article I was telling you about. I think that's thing. And then if you just want to browse through categories, fashion apparel, gifts and premiums, hardware. This is a whole website on hardware. The whole website on gifts and premiums, fashion apparel, home products, fashion accessories, and footwear. Folks, I'm telling you, these are not little categories. These are whole websites that's that. And so you can go there and see the specialized sites, and you can join up so you get an email. So you get things like this once a month where you get, or things order than that, but the newsletter like that usually comes out about once a month. If you get closer to the show, you're going to start getting more because the show time's coming up. So they want to sell you products, let's face it, but if you're sourcing from China, you want to buy products, you want to buy good deals. So it's a marriage made in heaven as far as I'm concerned. Check it out. Global sources. And what can I tell you? Let me see where to go down here. Well, these are like I say, these are the sites you can click on, and then go to those, sign up for those. The home products, you can check the categories here, the gifts and premiums and everything. But what can I tell you? This one here, those interchangeable heels, I thought that was neat. So health boosting water bottles. Yes, it's neat. So I'm going to click off here. Or I guess I'm going to stop sharing is what I'm going to start to do. So I'm back over here. I'm here. I'm here. And I'm then back right here. And that's my handsome face. And you see me. And why so dark over there tonight? Ever since I moved in here, I have been having trouble with the lights, and so I've got the new lights and the backdrop and all the kind of things to set up with the green screen and all that, and hopefully I'm going to do it. I'm a little tight in here. I think I'm going to move the location of it. We're still working. I thought I'd be done long before this, setting up the new studio and everything like that. And I apologize. I've been working on it. I've had other stuff to do, and just haven't got around to it. But what can I tell you? Well, I'm working on a couple of websites too, and a couple. I told you about the project. I think I'm working on how to promote your product. It's another product, not a product, but a promotion, and we'll probably get into that probably after the first year, probably not before, because things are going on. But maybe we might even do a little course. I don't know what we're going to do yet. I'm just thinking about it, but it's working out. It's on how to promote your product, a different way to promote your product that not many other people are teaching. I don't know, maybe one other one that is teaching it, but it works good. But it takes some due diligence, takes some time. So what can I tell you? So, oh, and I forgot that, let's turn on the question and answer. There's the question and answer. If you don't know how to use it, let me explain. Up in the right-hand corner of your screen, you're going to find a box that consists of 9 dots or digits like that. You click on that, and I believe it's the very top right-hand dot will lead you to where you can ask questions in here. So you click on that, it'll bring up a screen, ask your questions, and we'll see it in here, and we will get you answers. So what more can I say? If you got a question, for God's sakes, ask away, and we'll answer it. If not, we've got plenty of time yet tonight. Didn't take as long as that. I've got some other things over here I want to share with you. I don't know if you got it this week. If you're new, you probably didn't. But Amazon, first time I see it, they're offering a promotional credit of up to $5,000. Now, on Fulfillment by Amazon, pick and pack fees for sellers who opt into the promotion and provide accurate box contents for each box they send to Amazon. Now, they tried this with summer, this spring, I believe it was. They started it, and they had it in there for a while, and they discontinued, and somehow some places they still got it. Where what it is, if you're doing a private label, believe me, it'd be a piece of cake, because it just pops up when you're filling out what you're sending into Amazon. You're filling out the quantity and the numbers and all that. It just pops up another screen and says, please explain, or please tell us how many units are in each box. So that's good. You've got your boxes labeled there, weight and everything like that. So you click on each one and you put the number of units in each box. It just takes a couple more things, but they're going to pay you 4 cents a unit to do that. Let me tell you, if you're selling if you're selling quite a few units, you're selling thousands of units, it'd be well worth your while, up to $5,000. That's not chicken feed, guys. What can I tell you? That would pay for a couple more products into Amazon, if you want to look at it that way. It could pay for whatever you want. I don't care, but $5,000. You know, it's up to that. Like I say, it's 4 cents an item. If you're only selling 1 item a week, then it probably would not be too worth your while. But if you're selling a lot of items a week, like a lot of us are, like a lot of people are, then man, you know, you get in there and you sign up for that, because you're going to have to do it anyway. It comes the first of the year, you're going to have to do it. So you might just as well get used to it, and it's just a fact of life. And there's nothing wrong with that. I see why Amazon wanted to do it, because it's helping them out, and it's going to get the things a lot faster. And that's what that's what you want. You don't want your items sitting in the warehouse waiting for somebody to come over and count them, and then take it and then reconcile it and all this and that. For God's sakes, fill out that thing, sign the thing there, come up on your screen, and all you have to do is fill in the number of units in each case. Now, like I say, if you're doing retail arbitrage and you're mixing or something like that, it's going to be kind of a pain in the you-know-what. But when you're doing like us, you're doing wholesale, or you're doing private label, it should be a no-brainer. Because first of all, if you're shipping from the factory, you're probably going to have, except maybe the odd box at the end, all your boxes are going to be the same size, are going to be the same number of contents, and everything comes from a manufacturer. So bear that in mind. And take advantage of it because it's found money. Even if you only make $50, $60, it's a night out to eat. What can I tell you? Take advantage of it. It's found money, guys. All right, now we're going to talk about, like I say, I don't see any questions up there. I'd love to answer questions, guys. That's what I'm here for. I don't know, the last 2-3 weeks, for some reason, this last part of this summer, first part of summer, we were getting all kind of questions. Last part, whether I answered all of the ones, I don't really think that happened, but maybe I'd like to think I did or something. But I'm sure you got questions. You got, like I say, I apologize for this side being dark over here. Last week, one of my temporary lights fell down in the middle of the show. It was great. What can I tell you? So we go along. I don't know what else to say. We're working on it. We're getting there. I'm gonna say I'm no spring chickens, but it's not. I've been working hard. What is the email or link to participate on What is the email link to participate on the program? Ken, if you do the same thing, give me your. I'd have to send you a link. I can't. There's no place I can put it on here. If you send me your email, I will shoot you a link right away. You're welcome to come on. That's about the best I can do right now since we already started. The link is right here, and I'll be glad to shoot it to you. So send me your email, and I'll get you in there. Unless I can put it down below. Hold on a minute. I don't. No, I can't. It's not going to be that easy. I thought maybe I could, but you do. I'll leave the show. What you meant? Okay, hold it here, Ken. I got your email. All right. All right. Let me go over here. Just bear with me, guys. I'm going to be gone just a minute. I'm going to go. I'm still here. I'm trying to get this. I have to open a new window here. I'm sorry, it's going to take a little bit longer than I thought, but we'll get you in. And she may. That should be slow when I want it to be fast, but compose. All right, let me go back and get the link now. Let me copy this. All right, let me go back to where I was. Right here. And here's the link. Page, subject, link. Ken is coming. It's nothing but a link, but it's going back there. Okay, we got it. And hopefully, Ken, you should have it right now. I don't know if you want your thing, so I'm not going to put your email address up there. So if you come on, you can decide if you want. But you should come. I should see him. We should see him down here in a little bit to send him a link, and he's going to join us. If anybody else would like to come, my guys, anytime you're welcome to come on the program. I'd love to have you. We can talk back and forth, or we can do a lot of different things. When I'm saying a lot of different things, we can talk about a lot of different things, and I don't know. See what comes up. But I sent him the link, and so all that. Uh, so Ken says thanks. Okay. So I hope he's coming on. I don't see him down here yet. I'm waiting for him. And anyway, so I forgot we were talking about. I think I told you about. I know this is one, and I wait. Here's the 10 common negotiating mistakes we talked about. I talked about there's a cheat sheet in here for maybe I'll read some. This is not the full thing, so this is a cheat sheet. It's just a quick synopsis of each one. The first mistake, or the quick guide to China's least wanted negotiating blunders: flying blind. Know what you're doing. In other words, you don't have to know all the answers, but you have to know the right questions. So look it up and look at. All right, Ken, if you just click on that link, that'll bring you right into the show here. Glad to have you. You're sure welcome to come on. I hope you got to have a camera and a microphone to take part in the show. But glad to have you come on, and we can talk about it or anything else. Okay, you said you got the email, so don't see him down here yet. But this is that cheat sheet I said. Like I say, it's about, I think the whole thing is like 35 pages, something like that. Well worth the read. It's excellent. Building on a weak. Second item is building on a weak foundation. The most important China negotiation you ever have doesn't it takes place in your home base. In other words, you want to know exactly what you're doing before you go over there. Declaring mission accomplished. China negotiations do not end because they aren't supposed to. That's what I'm trying to tell you. When you reach an agreement with the price and everything like that, to the China mindset, they're just getting started. And I'm just looking over with Ken. I don't see him coming on. Love to have you. So what can I tell you? Anybody else would like to send me an email, and I'll be glad to have you come on and we can talk, answer your questions, or do whatever you'd like. So what he's trying to say is, and you need to read the whole thing. These are kind of not shoddy. The whole article is excellent. It's well worth the read, but these short ones don't quite. You got to read the whole thing to understand it. Losing control of the agenda. What I'm saying, and I'm going to say it right here, and I might get in trouble for this because in picking on somebody else, but there's private label coaches out there that teach you to go over there, find something you like on Alibaba, find it and get a hold of the thing over there and just beat him and beat him and beat him down. And I'm going to tell you something right now. I'll tell you right now, that's not the way it works. That's one way to get yourself. You're not going to get. They just won't answer you back. They want to play about. They want to be treated with respect, same as you do. And I'm going to tell you what. If you work with them, and as I've told, I don't know how many times on this program, if you get it boils down to this: you might be able to get a good deal one time. And the next time they're not hardly going to have much to do with you because they know your mindset and everything like that. So they're going to come in and they'll give you a price in that, but it won't be the best. But I'm going to tell you, who do you think that they're going to think of when they've got an excess inventory, when they've got an overstock, when they've got problems and need to make some money or something like that? Who do you think they're going to give the concessions to? They're going to give it to the people that work with them and help them out and have been good to them. They're not going to give to the guy that's trying to beat the last cent out of everything. And that's ludicrous to do that anyway. That's not good business. I don't care what you do. And anybody teaching that, I think they ought to be ashamed of themselves because that's dumb. That's dumb. That you do it like we teach you. You find a product that's selling good, you make that product better, and you sell it on Amazon. It's just that simple. And you treat your suppliers and your thing with the respect. Wow, Ken, I don't know what happened. Ken said he got the email. Thanks. So it's Ken Borderant, and I don't see you down here. Da-da-da. What? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to go on here. I'm sorry, I can't. Love to help you out, Ken. I appreciate it. Love to see you on the show here, and I think everybody else would too. We've got quite a few viewers tonight. What can I tell you? I don't know. Okay. Hi. He said he got the email. Thanks. And and the other one's got his email address. I'm not going to put that up for if he because I don't know if he wants his email address broadcast to everybody. If he comes on, we'll let him decide that. But anyway, where was I got? Oh, so I got those. I had the long-term storage fees. We talked about that about a month ago. They were up the first part of this month. They extended to the 18th or something like that. And I finally got it because I had some stuff that was over the long term, and so I had it shipped to me. They finally shipped it. Last 2-3 days I've been getting shipments. So and my wife is really happy about that. The UPS guy pulls up at night. He usually we're this new house that we're living in. He usually comes about 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that. Comes and leaves all these real nice packages on the front porch. And like tonight, my wife had her teeth pulled, not teeth pulled, but she had some fillings fixed and everything like that, and she wasn't feeling good. So I said, I'll cook. So I cooked tonight, and so I'm right in the middle of cooking supper and everything, and here comes this shipment. I think we've got 8 boxes in tonight or something like that. So what can I tell you? That's the long story short fee. It's coming like that. I think it's like it's 2 weeks after thing, but we got it. And I don't know how to do. They've got a cutoff date, but Amazon doesn't really, because those things that were supposed to be shipped back to me were still selling as of last week. So they just, I guess it's first come and first served or when it is, because like I think if I remember right, the date was 14th or 15th, whatever it is, and I didn't fill out the form until the day before. And I did that on purpose because I want them left in there as long as possible. I wanted to sell as most possible because I think I've told you, and with that, you got to be aware of that Amazon's got this new thing. First year, but they started this thing that if something that's in there for a long term for you, you ask for it to be shipped back to you, you cannot send it in for a couple months. I cannot send that stuff back in until December the 1st. They just won't accept it. Last year, I got stuff in. What did I did? I checked it and make sure everything's all right, checked all the labels and everything, sent it back in. What can I tell you? Things change, and I try to keep you informed. If you're new, you're not have to be bothered with that probably for about a year, but doing that. Let me see. Well, what do we got? We have got, it's 8:50. We have got some time yet, 10 minutes. Ken, I guess apparently she might be having trouble, or Ken, if there's something I can help you with, ask the question, and I'll be glad to help you. I'd love to see you on the show. We have a good time. Don't know what to tell you. Another thing I'm going to tell you about. Oh, I've got. I was maybe going to do a special show on this, but I don't know if anybody knows. There's a wholesale company, I believe it's in New York, called Coal Imports. They sell on Amazon, and they also have awesome prices and the good. And they will also they will not only ship your products to Amazon, they will label your products. They will put a UPC on your product if you're going to do it private label, and they will put your private label on the product. Do all that and send it right into Amazon. So it's something worth checking out. Like I say, I'm going to do a show on it sometime down the thing. But if you want, there's a it's her name is, and I guess they've had this. I don't think they've had it this long because I've did quite a little bit of work with the coal imports thing, and I didn't know about it until 2-3 weeks ago. Apparently, they started before, but somehow I don't know if I missed out on it, didn't hear about it, or my salesman just didn't tell me about it. I don't know. But there's a lady by the name of Tiana, Tiana, Crippen, Crippen. If you send her an email at Coal Imports, it's KOLE. Sure, she could get you fixed up. They want to sell you products, and like I say, they're willing to go the extra mile. A lot of people aren't. I'll tell you about that, but a lot of people are, and that's one of the things. Like I say, anytime you can buy a product, you buy that product, had it prepared, and have it shipped right directly to Amazon, not to yourself. Remember, we're talking about lifestyle. You don't want to be like I did, like I got to do tonight or tomorrow. Unpack those boxes and get everything and send it back. Put it in storage till December and then send it back in. Hey, that's garbage. I told you I did that for a long time, and I did private label for a long time. Private label is so much easier if you follow the lifestyle. You can do private label and work your butt off too. Tell you that's up to you. I'm not going to tell you, but I'm going to, if you follow my directions and the way I teach the course and everything like that, I teach you to do the lifestyle method, which is you can go out and you can do this business on the beach 7 days a week, and you don't have to do any of that nonsense. And to me, that's the way to go. What can I tell you? What can I tell you? That's just it. And so that's what I'm going to teach you. And Coal, it's Coal, K-O-L-E, CoalImports.com. Her name is Tiana, Tiana, Crippen, Crippen. Get a hold of her. She'll help you out. Coal is a company that they've got a lot of. I don't know how to explain it to you, but Coal Imports has got a lot of junky products, and they've got a lot of good products. So you really have to do your due diligence when you do coal. But we teach you that in the course, how to tell the good from the bad, and then how to make it better. And they'll even bundle for you. Coal Imports will bundle for you. You pick out a couple products and put it together in a bundle with your own UPC. Coal will do it for you. What can I tell you? Like I say, I wasn't going to get into that tonight, so I'm not set up with any slides or anything like that. But they're a good company. They know what they're talking about, and I'm going to try to lead you. If you join the course, you get the benefit of all this because we put it in there. And matter of fact, I'm getting ready to do a video for the course members on coal imports. So I see my wife is sneaking around back there with the refrigerator door open, and so what can I tell you? Anyway, folks, I thank you for coming out tonight. I hope you had a good time. Hope you learned a lot. That's what's important. Ken, I'm sorry you didn't make it on there. I would have really liked to spend some time with you, but it's that time now. It's 8:55 I got, so we are going to sign off right now. Got a great show for you next week, so ask you to join it. Like I say, I'm going to spend a couple minutes here just telling you about the course. We went through it last week. We went through a complete synopsis of the course, module by module, and what you got to do. And remind me, it's called 90 Days to Private Label Success or something like that. I got a short memory. What can I tell you? But that's what it was. It was. Oh, there's a question here. Can you send me the email address for her at Coal Imports? My email address is, yes, I can do that, Martin. I'll be glad to. Oh, yes, and I didn't. Okay, yes, will do. Uh, Martin, I'll be glad to do it. That at Cole. Yes. Okay, I'm going to sign out. I put Martin. Never mind. Anyway, I thank you for listening. I hope you had a good time tonight. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope you got some value out of it. I enjoy doing this. I appreciate you coming out. So, Lord willing, next week, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, we will be back and with a great show. And so, with that, I will sign off, and I will see you next week.